NFL owners meetings going on today and tomorrow. If you go back to 2005, we had, language that outlawed the tush push forever. And why they brought it back, I have no idea. And they said it was hard to adjudicate. I was like, okay, how about we just come up with language? Can you come up with language? The problem is with the NFL, they add more language, they don't take it away. And then all of a sudden, you started to hear that, oh, this is unfair. This isn't a football play. And then I go, okay, well, which team is going to have a proposal to get rid of the tush push? And we found out it was the Green Bay Packers. And we had Matt LaFleur, the Packers head coach. He joined us at the draft, and we went back and forth on this. And I think we found out that maybe the Packers were told to have a proposal to get rid of the tush push. The brotherly shove that the Packers came out, you guys are against. Would you have liked that to have remained anonymous, that there's a team that...
It is what it is. We might have had some nudging towards that, but I'm not really going to get into that.
Did the commissioner say, we need somebody to speak up?
I wouldn't say that.
Because I don't think the commissioner wants this.
No.
Can I say what I think happened?
Sure.
Okay. I think the commissioner nudged you guys to say, look, if you have a grievance, put your name to it. I'll owe you one, and because I don't think he wants that play to stay in the game.
Well, it's not a great football play, and then certainly when you look at what happened in the Washington Commander game where Frankie Louvu's launching over the top, which, I mean, it's a tough play to stop. We've actually had more success, and we had some studies ran. We've had more success with a traditional quarterback sneak than we have with, whatever you want to call it, push, brotherly shove.
I think Philadelphia is still going to be dominating with the quarterback sneak.
I agree.
Because of that line and that quarterback.
100%. I mean, they do a great job, and, Jalen Hurts can squat the house. So they do a good job of just, winning the line of scrimmage. It all starts right there, and they get really low, and they've perfected it.
Keep in mind that they were going to vote on this the last time they all got together. And what happened? They tabled it. Well, they tabled it because the commissioner, in my opinion, didn't have the votes to get rid of the tush push. That's it. And then to say to the Packers, hey, Matt LaFleur's basically saying that. They said, hey, we're going to nudge you a little bit, put your name to it, and then, maybe down the road you do a solid for the Packers in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if it's quid pro quo, but hey, you guys are going to take a little heat, because then what happened? Oh, Packers can't stop it, so they want to get rid of it. It feels like the Packers did the NFL a solid and then put their name to it. I don't know what they get back, but they got the draft. Maybe you get another draft in there somewhere down the road. And from what I was told yesterday that I passed on to you is you got to simplify the language. That was almost the homework assignment by the NFL. Now, this is my opinion only from information I have, that I was told. And nobody has backed this up, but I'm telling you what I was told. Simplify the language, and then there's a real chance. I don't think that the NFL doesn't want this play. I don't think the commissioner wants this play because aesthetically, it's not a great-looking play. And it's very, very predictable. And I stand by what I said. That offensive line with that quarterback, they're still going to be unstoppable when it comes to quarterback sneaks. They are. Because he can squat 600 pounds. Okay? That's unheard of. And he's 6 feet tall. By the time he squats down, he goes forward, quarterback sneak with a little momentum. He's down to about 5'5", and then you're just not going to get low and stop him. They will still be extremely successful. Here is the amended rule. It's Rule 12, Section 1, Article 4, by the way. So, assisting the runner in interlocking interference. No offensive player may push or pull a runner in any direction at any time or lift him to his feet. Now, they did take out a paragraph here. It's, the paragraph that said use interlocking interference by grasping a teammate or by using his hands or arms to encircle the body of a teammate in an effort to block an opponent. Or, then they kept this in, push or throw his body against a teammate to aid him in an attempt to obstruct an opponent or recover a loose ball. Or assist the runner, except by individually blocking opponents for him. The penalty for doing this is a loss of 10 yards. They're trying to do player safety. The problem is they don't have the data. If they had the data, then this would be gone. The problem is that they don't. So they're worried about player safety, but also pace of play and the aesthetics. Now, you don't want this to look like you're singling out the Eagles. That was another thing I was told. You want to do it in a way that feels like it's the league as a whole, not the Eagles. Well, we all know it's the Eagles. I mean, even the Buffalo Bills were the second best at doing this. And what happened in the most important quarterback sneak of their season? Josh Allen got stopped. But that goes back to what I'm saying. Josh Allen is, 6'5", 240. But Jalen Hurts, with trying to get this play and be successful, is built for this play. Josh Allen isn't, because he's almost too big of a target. Jalen Hurts will still be successful, and so will the Eagles with this play. But that's going to be a big topic, and Albert Breer will join us from the owners' meetings. But why they allowed this to come back, I still think there's a simplification here. You're not allowed to be behind the runner and assist the runner. Period. That's it. If you put yourself in that position, we're going to flag you on it. You just know that it's a no-no. That's it. Or if you want to say anything that is inside the tackle box, you cannot assist a runner, if you want to do it that way. But I would still just say you cannot assist a runner. You can't push. You can't pull. You can't assist. That's it. Done. And then you let teams know, you can't crack back block anymore on a punt or a kickoff return. They know it, so you don't do it. You can't put your hands, you can't have a 300-pound lineman behind Jalen Hurts. You can't have Dallas Goedert there pushing him from behind. You can't do it. That's all you need to say. Can't line up that way. It's a quarterback sneak. The interesting part is Tom Brady was as good at the quarterback sneak as any quarterback in history. And Tom's not an imposing guy, not a big guy, not necessarily a great offensive line, but he was so strategic in where he went, either left or right off the center or straight ahead. But this is different. The optics, the aesthetics of it don't look good because it looks like a scrum. It looks like rugby. I don't have any problem with it. They figured out something. They mastered it. Everybody else has the same opportunity to do it. And you know what? Nobody else has come close. Now it feels like the NFL is saying, we're going to do this and penalize the Philadelphia Eagles. But I think they're going to get rid of it because that's why they tabled it in the first place.